Hi guys, and welcome back to On Air with Ruchi Singh. Thank you so much for all your love and support on our first episode. On this second episode, we bring to you someone that I really adore. When I saw him on Circle Season 1 on Netflix, I was like, who is this person? He is full of positivity, full of, charm. And I just couldn't stop myself from watching Circle Season 5 because I got to know that he is on that one too. Today, we are meeting Shubham Goel. He's from California, US, and he agreed to speak with us when we first reached out to him, despite knowing that we were a no one. He knew we had no subscribers, he knew we had no followers, and yet he said a yes to us for this interview. I've never seen a humble man like him. And he's so adorable, so positive, and so full of life that it just came out of the screen too when I was interviewing him. In this episode, he talks how to stay positive. He also talks about how he went into the tech industry and then into the entertainment one. He also speaks about what the youth should follow. Some great lessons, some great stories from him. Let's watch this episode with Shubham Goel. Hello, Shubham, and welcome to On Air with Ruchi Singh. How are you?
Oh, Ruchi, I'm doing incredible. Thank you so much for the invite. It's great to meet you.
Of course, likewise, Shubham. And is it okay if we call you Shooby?
Yeah, no, I love it. There's so many, I love it. It's a cool variation.
Awesome. I think now everyone knows you by that name. You're no longer Shubham, right?
yeah, there's definitely like a Shooby, but it's cool. I love all the variations, so it's fun.
Amazing. So Shubhi, first of all, thank you so much for coming on our channel. Let me just inform the audience, you were our first guest that we reached out to, and you're also the first guest that agreed to get on our channel for recording this interview without and if of course you knew that we were new, we didn't know anything, this was like our first gig, and you still agreed. Like, how are you so humble and how are you so kind? We don't need people anymore.
Oh, well, first of all, you're too nice. And no, from the email we were exchanging, I felt like you showed a lot of passion and good spirit. And I always say it takes a lot of spirit and bravery to start something. And I think you guys have a great, I just think you have good vibes, and I'm stoked you guys reached out. So I was like, yeah, I would love to be a part of it for sure.
Amazing. Thank you so much. So
Yeah.
Shubham, what we're going to do today is what On Air with Ruchi Singh is basically, we're trying to meet people from different genres, from different walks of life, and just trying to understand what they were before they became the fame that they are now, and what can we learn from them. So this is our whole purpose. And when I saw you on Circle, and we're going to talk more about that as we move forward, but let me tell you, you were my favorite. And so much so that my husband was so jealous when he was like, yeah, I was rooting for you all the way.
Well, hey, I much love to you. Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
So I have a few questions that I'm going to ask you. Hopefully, we'll get to know more of you. We'll see, where you're coming from and all of that.
Yeah.
So just wanted to start from your childhood. How was it growing up? How was your childhood? I know your parents are from India, and I think your father is from Uttar Pradesh.
Yeah, both my mom and dad are actually. Yeah.
Okay, so how was your childhood?
Yeah, my childhood was phenomenal. My mom and dad are incredible. They're the greatest parents. They're my best friends. Growing up, it was so fun. I grew up in the Bay Area, California. Go Warriors. It was just a fun time. Yeah, I mean, really, really fun childhood. Great friends, great family. It was just full of adventure and love. So I loved it. Yeah.
Wow. Did you visit India when you were?
Yeah, I visited every few years. I haven't gone recently though. But yeah, we would try to take trips. I have to go back. It's been a while.
Oh, you should. There's so much that has changed now.
I've heard.
Yeah, of course, toward the good, but it's so good. Yeah, so you should definitely visit.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And then, you went into the technology industry. Like, how
Yeah.
did that happen?
Yeah, you know what? My mom and dad are in tech, and I think like I thought what they were working on was super cool, and I was like, I want to go into tech. So I've been working in tech since college, and yeah, for me, it's like I wouldn't say like tech is it's like a piece of me, and yeah, it's fun. I enjoy the work, so it's been pretty sick.
Wow. And so you're a virtual reality designer. What is it?
Yeah, so I was a virtual reality manager. That was my first job out of college.
Okay.
Yeah, the company was building VR headsets, and there was like a subscription service for VR. So I was there a few years ago. Now like I work as a product manager at a tech company. Uh,
Okay.
I just started an internship, so that's been super fun as well. So yeah,
Well, that is cool, right? Now,
yeah,
like if I think about it, like I wish I had got into tech too, but I never thought of, and I went into human resources rather.
that's
Um,
cool.
but well, not as much as the technology.
But here's my thing. I feel like these days anyone can do tech at any point of their life, you know? So if you wanted to, you could easily do it right now. I think if you wanted to, the world's
Yeah.
yours.
Wow, and that is cool though. I love virtual reality. I'm trying to learn a little bit about it, but
Yeah.
see how that goes. Um, but
Sick.
then from the virtual reality designer to product manager, working into technology, and then you decide to enter the circle.
Yeah.
What a drastic change. Wow. How did that happen, Shubhi?
Yeah. Growing up, me, my mom and dad, we loved Survivor. I Every week we would watch Survivor, get like a large pizza or some pizza, soda, popcorn, any food, watch Survivor. I loved Survivor growing up. It was such a fun show. So one day I saw a flyer for this uh game show called The Circle, and I saw the concept. I was like, wow, this is super compelling and reflects the world we're in. And I was like, this is so cool. So I interviewed and I interviewed. I got lucky and I got on, and I was so stoked because I got to play the game I love. So it was so fun.
Wow, you got lucky for sure, but we got luckier seeing you there.
Uh,
I'm really fangirling on you at this time, but
uh,
it was really cool watching you there. Um, but also when I just when I was researching about you, I read that you're also someone who launched a campaign when you were in the college for the governor of California to ban social media for kids. And
yeah,
then you enter this reality show, which is all based on social media. How,
sure.
like, what was that transition like? What did you feel when you were entering Circle, thinking about what did you do when you were in the college?
Yeah, so I ran for governor of California right after I graduated from undergrad. And yeah, for me, banning the social medusa is what I dub it. For kids, I just felt like at that age, they're developing, their brains are growing. So it might not be the healthiest option. So if we can curtail their usage by a little bit, it's healthy for their development. And then going into the Circle, which is like a social media competition, my thing is I just wanted to stay myself because I felt like I didn't want to catfish. I didn't want to be anything except me. And that's kind of like what I wanted to be on social media and kind of show like how social media could be. And I thought if I could go on the show, express my views against social media, be myself. If I go out first, at least I tried, so yeah. And it was fun. I got to play a game I love. So.
Yeah. How many years ago was this? Like, when did you when did you launch that campaign?
Um, you know what? Oh my God, I think I launched my campaign early 2022. The election was like 2022. So yeah. No, sorry, 2018. What am I saying? 2018, 2018.
2018, right? I think the times have changed. Like, even if it is not that too, like far ago, but I still feel like kids now are so much like I have like a 3-year-old niece, and she's constantly on the phone. Like she's watching YouTube and all of that. And then also like one of my other like nephew who's just like 15 years, he's always on social media. So like do you think like times have changed?
Yeah, like and that's for me. Like I think the cool thing with social media is like you can make friends, you can express your view, you can build a community. Like it's so cool. Like the fact that we're like, from technology and all this stuff. Like so I think there is good to social media. I think the cons are is it can be addicting. It can be a comparison contest. That's what I get scared about with the young kids. They go on social media and they could like compare themselves and get like a false sense of like reality. And then I think the addiction could hurt their mental health. But granted, I think there's so many benefits to social media. Like you can learn a lot, you can meet new people. But yeah, I think it should be limited. I think definitely it's hard to not be addicted. So I think if you're a kid, it's just so fun. You should go play outside, go, build like a house fort or something. You know what I mean? Like, I just think you could go on social media, but I think most of your time should be out of it,
Yeah, I partially agree with you because I remember growing up, for us, there were no phones, first of all, no cell phones.
Yeah.
And then by the time the phones came, we were almost like entering our high school and everything. And
Yeah.
I remember like the only source of entertainment was majorly television, but it was not as much. But like just going out with friends and playing with sand and making sand castles and doing stuff like running and playing hide and seek and stuff.
Yeah.
So that was so cool too.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Oh, Ruchi, you're so right. Yeah, I remember it was just such a purity of fun and enjoyment, and I think it'd be super cool. Like, I think, yeah, it was just a fun time, pure time. And yeah, it was great.
Did you also play like that when you were a kid?
Yeah, I loved it. I would get into adventures, go try to get into just have fun, like play laser tag, build forts.
Yes.
Sword fight with stuff and campfires. It was fun. Hella fun.
Oh my gosh. Yes. I wish we could go back to that era.
Yeah, maybe the era's coming back. The pendulum could switch back. So
yes, I heard that. Oh my gosh. That'll be fun. I'm going to play that with my husband.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, you should. I'll play with my parents.
Awesome. So your journey in Circle season first was so amazing. You decided to come as yourself while so many of them were catfishing, right?
Yeah.
And just your friendship with Joey. Oh my God, it was so pure. It was just sheer like brotherhood, and like it was so true and real. And because you were so real, so was Joey. It just came out of that emotion just came out of screen, and we could feel it too as audience. Like, could you share a little bit about that bond with Joey? Are you guys still friends?
Yeah, Joey's my boy. Joey's my brother. I'm super stoked for Joey. Joey and me, it was great. I think the thing with the circle is I was close to going out on the first night. So I felt like me and Joey were really able to connect on that first night. And I just felt like, with me and Joey, we were both ourselves and we had a lot of differences, but we also had a lot of similarities. And I feel like because he was himself 100%, I was myself 100%. And like we just vibed super well. So he was like, yeah, it was such a great brotherhood. And the coolest thing is that it's translated 100% to the real world. So we always talk. We're always kicking it if we're in the same area. So yeah, it's dope.
Gosh, you guys looked so good. And then how was it when you guys were almost like to the end, like to the finale?
Yeah.
And it was, when Joey won, how did you feel?
I was super stoked. My thing is, I just didn't want to go out first. I think going out first is traumatizing, to be honest. But yeah, when it was at the end and all of us were in the 5 and then me and Joey were in the final 2, I was like, wow, we did it, bro. This is sick. Like, I was so stoked for Joey. Like, Joey was my boy. I was stoked he won. I was stoked I made it to the end and I didn't go out first. So it was an incredible adventure,
Wow. Yes, it was cool to watch too. And then you came back on Circle season 5.
Yeah, let's go.
Catfish. Shooby as a catfish, like I could never imagine, could never think of that idea. But then you came in as a catfish and you were playing Sasha.
Yeah, right? We love Sasha.
Oh my gosh. And then how was that experience? First of all, when you came to know that you'll be a catfish in the season, what was your first thought?
My first thought was, well, I was so stoked to come back and play again. I always said I would climb Mount Everest and back to play the circle. Love the game. Yeah, when I figured out it was catfishing, I was a little nervous and scared, but I just tried to prepare and just try to relax and have fun and play hard. And yeah, I was super stoked.
Were you informed that you'll be playing a girl named Sasha, and these are the
No, I
also.
had no, yeah, I had no idea who the catfish was, but going in, I knew there were kind of like three main options, right? It was either like an older person, like a grandpa, grandma, or it was someone my age, or maybe like someone like my parents' age.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was fun. And then, so when you went in, you saw that you will be Sasha.
Yeah.
Uh, what did you think? Like, what you were like? Oh my gosh, I'm a girl. How do I
Yeah,
be?
I
Oh
mean,
my god.
well, yeah, I was like stoked. I felt like the cool thing was Sasha was like my age, which was great. She was my culture, which was sick.
Yeah.
I was just a little nervous because it was a girl I had to play, but yeah, it was all fun. A little
And
nervous.
then you
But...
connected with Sasha after the show.
Yeah, Tavishi.
How
Yeah,
was that?
yeah, she's great. Her real name's Tavishi. She lives in India. She's absolutely incredible. She's a musician. Yeah, we went on an Instagram live together. We were DMing a little bit. Really great. And yeah, I told her I wish I was able to play better and make it to the end for us. But yeah, she's incredible.
Did you have any similarities with her?
In the real world?
Uh-huh.
Um, yeah, I feel like, she was in the music industry. So I feel like I've always been in the entertainment industry as well. So I feel like there was that similarity. We both are big family people. She loves to party. I love to party. What I feel like she's like a wonder, she's always like exploring and curious to learn more. So I feel like I had similarities to that. So yeah, there were a good amount of similarities. Yeah.
That is great. But then it was very sad to see you leave like after just a couple episodes. So had
Thanks.
what were like what did you think? Like did you feel that okay, this time I'm gonna win as a catfish? Or you were like, okay, I'm gonna do my best, no matter how many episodes I stay for.
Yeah, I mean, going into the game, I think it's just so hard to like think like I'm gonna win. I wanted to win. I tried to play as hard as I could to win. But for me, it was almost like just be present in the moment and do everything I can. Because I remember from the first time, I always say, whenever you go on a game or do something like this in life, all you want to do is play your hardest, be true to yourself, play your heart, and then have no regrets at the end. So that's what I try to do.
Awesome. Who was your best friend in Circle season 5?
Ooh, good question. Uh okay, during the game, I probably Jennifer. So Brett and Xanthi, obviously.
Okay.
Outside, I've been talking to Raven a little bit. So Raven's been great.
Okay.
Tom's wonderful. They're all great. Honestly, they're all great. Brett and Xanthi. I think Brett and me really related though. Brett's been my homie because he was on Big Brother before. So we
Hmm.
had that similarity where we both were on a game before. So, and I think, yeah. So yeah.
Okay. Okay. And then uh what now I saw Joey coming into this new show.
Yeah, the perfect match.
Yes, the perfect match. And I was like, is Shooby coming through too? I want to see. But any plans for the future? Can we see you on some shows on Netflix?
Yeah, look, I had the time of my life on both the Circle seasons, so I would love to do more the merrier. That'd be so great. I have so much love for Netflix, so yeah, that'd be awesome.
Any shows that you followed on Netflix that you really like to be a part of?
Ooh, that's a good question. You know what? I've had a lot of love for real estate. I'm almost getting I love the real estate world. So selling Sunset, that could be like a really sick
Oh,
universe to get in at Netflix. That would be so
love
fun.
that show. But there's a
Uh,
lot of drama though.
I know. You know what? I love the competition strategy. So like maybe like a Squid Games would be super cool. The Mole would be great. More Circle. Yeah, anything. Honestly, I have so much love for Netflix. So yeah.
That's cool. So I'm assuming we'll see you soon. We'll see you soon on
Oh,
Netflix.
that'll be great. That'll be great.
um Also, I just wanted to kind of ask you in general, like, how do you always maintain your positivity? Like, how do you stay so positive and happy? Like, I've never seen you not smile. And
Well,
sometimes I just feel like it can be hard for me to just smile all the time. I just can't do that.
yeah.
But how do you do that?
I mean, don't get me wrong. There's like moments where I'm like, oh, dang, I'm bummed out or something. But my thing is, I don't know. I feel like when we wake up, the sun's gonna go down no matter what, right? Like the days are gonna go by. Might as well enjoy them. We get one shot at this thing called life, and I think our maximum thing is to have the most amount of fun and happiness while we're here. Stress and worrying is, I think is good in some instances, but I just don't think we should be consumed by it. I think we should be consumed by happiness, joy, having fun, and the days are gonna go by. Might as well enjoy them.
That is so cool. Yeah, that's a
But
great.
it's much harder to say, do than say, but
Yeah. Yeah, no, but I just, so when I was also, scrolling through your Instagram, I was like, oh my gosh, this boy, always makes the audience smile. Like nobody can just scroll your videos and not smile. It's like,
oh, that's sweet of you.
yeah, hard to just, yeah.
Well,
So
you have a great aura. You have a really great aura. So it's easy to be positive with you. You have a great aura.
thank you. But if you have to like give one advice to the youth watching you, like
Yeah.
how to constantly um stay positive, and then also like just do things that could help in staying positive, what would you say?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think having good like good support systems, so like having friends, family, if you don't have that for whatever reason, put yourself out there, join a class, join a club, go to any local thing, meeting or something, start making friends, meeting new people. My advice for the youth is honestly do everything you can. Don't just do one thing, do multiple things. Because if you have all these things, if one thing goes away, you still got all the others. So I don't know, go join a jogging class, go do stuff outside, do everything you wanted to do. And I think in this age, you can do anything you want. So if you have any dream out there, there's nothing crazy anymore. Just go for it all. Have so much fun, have no regrets, just do everything you want. And I think it's a faux show.
That's so cool. Yeah, thanks for sharing that. Sometimes like the youth now, I feel like they need so much of validation. And, coming back to the social media point that we were discussing earlier, there is no more reality left. Everything that you see on social media is like, oh, how everyone is so happy,
Sure,
why am I so sad? Like, why does my life suck?
Yeah.
But you never know, like people who are showing that they're happy on social media may be struggling with something. And I feel like it's so important to kind of what you said, make friends, go out to clubs, meet people, talk. Run, take classes. And it's so important because now the world that we live in is very
digital.
Sad. Yeah. Digital, sad, depressing. And people are struggling in different ways, So
no, I agree. I think it's like you're saying, it's a digital. The youth just realize the digital thing is not real. It's like it's a part of people's lives, but it's not real life. So meet a lot of people. If you're young, meet some just meet everyone you can. And I think the pandemic, that's what was tough. I think it segmented a lot of people.
Yeah.
So people don't have as many friends as they did before. The social circles have kind of dwindled down in these last years. But hopefully what I tell people is the pendulum will swing back. So just everyone, I encourage yourselves, put yourself out there, meet a new friend this week, and then another friend in next week, and then another friend in 3 weeks. And then all of a sudden in 2 months, you got a new group, you got a new squad.
That's cool. That's a great advice. Yeah. And when we're talking about advices, I also want to ask you, like, what advice would you give to the youth out there who are still figuring their career paths? They don't know what to do. Technology is a big thing now, but there's so many people who want to do so many things. They want to come into the entertainment industry, or maybe want to do something that's different and unique so that they can stand out. So what would you tell them?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think, life is so long, I feel. So like, you're going to have impulses where you're like, you want to be this, you want to be that, follow them all, and you don't have to be one thing. Don't pigeonhole yourself to one thing. I think the youth are always like, oh, I have to be this, I can't be anything else. I'm like, no, you can be so many different stuff. So I think be all the different stuff, shoot for everything you want to do. Anything you do, I would encourage anyone who wants to do it, though, that if you don't enjoy the journey, don't do it for the destination. I think I've met people who like wanted to like, I don't know, I have a friend who wanted to be a doctor because like they were like, if I become a doctor, I'll finally, it'll be so exciting. But the journey they didn't enjoy at all. They didn't enjoy it at all, so they didn't do it. But I have another friend who has loved the journey every step, loved the work, and loves being a doctor. So I think whatever you do, make sure you're loving the day-to-day journey of it. Because if you don't, I feel if you don't enjoy the journey and you get to the destination and you think it's going to be incredible, it's not going to be what it was. It's going to be like a fleeting moment. And then you're going to be like, oh, why did I waste all that time? So anything you do it that you enjoy for the present. And then if you get the destination, that's like an added bonus. That'll be super sick.
Wow. Yes. And what should one do if they are enjoying the journey for a little bit and then they stop enjoying it?
Hey, listen, you tried it. You trusted your impulse and heart. Now it's time to pivot in GT to the next spot. That's all. It doesn't matter. And it's not bad you're changing. We're human. We're fickle people. So one day you're going to you're going to like computers. The next day you might like planes, but keep following it all. And I think also, okay, for the youth also, at the same time, practically with the digital age and tech, I think tech's a great area. And just like finding some way you can like monetize and stability your stuff so you can do your passions also. That's another thing I would suggest, because there's so many ways with remote that you can do multiple stuff. So
yeah, that's so fair. Awesome. That was really cool. And I can totally feel your energy, Shooby, like right coming through the screen.
Me too.
But I have like first of all, I actually prepared like a rapid fire session.
Oh, I love it. Let's go.
Go with you. Yeah. So just be quick. Don't take too much time. I'm going to ask you a few questions. So let's go. Okay. Circle 1 or circle 5?
Both are great, but one.
Pizza or pasta? The pizza that you dropped on the floor.
Pizza.
Now, have you learned doing pull-ups, or do you still try them, but are not like perfect?
No, I did them in the circle, the push-ups. Yeah, I always did them. Yeah.
We saw a video of you from 2021, a video that said how not to do the pull-up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I learned how to do a proper pull-up. Yes.
All right. Tech or entertainment?
Oh, my heart's entertainment.
Okay. Real or catfish?
Real.
Oh my gosh, I knew it. Hollywood or Bollywood?
Hollywood.
Okay. Joey or Jennifer?
Both are incredible. Both are great. Joey's my brother though. Jennifer's is not real, so Joey was real. So Joey, I love Brett and Bentley.
Okay. And then finally, what makes Shooby happy?
You have an incredible mom and dad, have great family, great friends. I love what I do for work. I've had an incredible journey. I'm so grateful for everything. I'm so thankful for everything. And we get another day here around the sun. So
awesome. And then what does Shubham not like? Like what is like a put off?
Yeah, if I'm at the movie theater and I'm like a large popcorn, large Diet Coke, and there's like yappers there while the movie's happening, I'm like, yo, you guys should have gone to like a coffee shop or some like non-movie theater.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to show that to my husband. So he's one of those. But I think those were some of the questions that I had for you. But, honestly, I don't know. I just felt like it was such a real conversation. I felt you were like so open, honest, and real, as you always are. But I'm really hoping that we see you more on television so we can see more of Shooby. And then, Shooby, just one last piece, if you would want to share something with our audiences, or if there is anything you would want to just throw it out there, or maybe just manifest here.
Yeah, well, Ruchi, thank you so much for having me on. I'm so honored to be your first guest. You're so incredible at this, and I can't wait to see your journey unfold with this. I know you're going to do absolutely stellar things. And yeah, to everyone listening, I would just say, guys, 2023 is your year. Shoot for the moon, shoot for Neptune. Anything you've ever wanted to do, any hobby you've wanted to try, any place you wanted to travel to, no matter what age, no matter where you are, what your situation is, go for it. We're rooting for you. We appreciate the love and support. So rock on, you know?
Woohoo!
Yeah.
That was cool, Shubhy. I really enjoyed talking to you. I wish we could meet in person and then do this like in person sometime.
Yeah, it'd be sick.
Yeah, it'll be fun. And then maybe we could just play some more like real games together.
That was fun. That was fun. Yeah.
We would plan to do something like that when I come to Cali. But again, thank you so much for, giving us your time, because that was
thanks for having me.
It just boosted our morale when you said yes. We're like, yeah, Shubhy.
No, I appreciate you reaching out.
Of course. So thank you once again, and hope to see you in person someday, and hope to speak.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that would be sick, Ruchi. Honestly, yeah, that would be great. And can't wait to see the journey unfold for you. It's gonna be great.
If you're liking these episodes, these are just made for you so that you can get some inspiration, some motivation, and can stay on top of your game. Please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like, share, and comment as well. And we will continue to bring to you the best of episodes here on Air with Ruchi Singh.